Hello, my YouTube friends. Back in the garage. It's coming a good gully washer outside, so I ain't been able to do much work in here either because pretty much got to get my lights up before I can do a whole lot more on the car. That way I can see to do the body work better. But I can't get the car pulled out because of all the dang rain. So kind of just stuck cleaning up, straightening up in here, kind of rearrange my tools, get everything put back together. I've had some people comment on the posters I got hung on my walls in here, kind of wanted to see them a little better, so I'll do a walk around and show some of them the best I can. I've got a lot of clutter in the way, but I'll show what I can. It's just some posters I collected. Man, it's probably 10, 15 years of collecting them old things. I just pick them up when I found them and hang them up in here as I get them. I've got a few I misplaced somewhere. So I got like 15 more, and I can't find what I've done with them, but hopefully they'll turn up soon so I can get them hung up in the bare spots. But get you turned around. We'll go ahead and check out the posters that, sure, I can think of a few more things to talk about. Just talk about, I guess in general, how I ended up here where I'm at. Just pretty well. I've got my car, and that's about all I got left. Just from a stupid sickness, a sickness like this can just wipe you out, and man, it wiped me out in like 8 months, other than I still got my life. I just took all my money and my property, but I'm still here for now, so let me get you turned around, we'll check out the posters. And I'm having to use some of this as storage for stuff that I had left over from when we moved out of our own house and moved in down here. Help save money. I used to have a huge Hot Wheels collection. It's already down to this because I had to sell off the more expensive ones. And ones left just pretty much on common stuff. Most of these movies, I guess, probably from the 80s. Some of the posters may be reprints, or I don't know. I'm sure some of it's from the era because I started collecting them about back that time. But, I just got them to cover up the walls, really, not looking to make an investment or anything in them because they might have value later on. Because I stuck holes in them, hanging them on the wall with tacks and all. But I just always wanted something like this, with posters hung up on all the walls. My dream, I'd like to have comic books, boarded comic books, and have them on the ceiling. But, oh my God, tell me how many dollars worth of comic books it'd take to cover up the whole ceiling. But look over some of the clutter I got scattered around. I ain't cleaned up my shelves yet. It's kind of a rush getting moved back in down here. I guess a lot of them's covered up with boxes and you can't really see them, but I thought I'd try to show what I got anyway, since some people was just interested in seeing them a little better. I'll take another look at the car. It's what keeps me going. I really hadn't done nothing on it since I talked to you last night. This weather, not being able to get out and get these lights put up, it's kind of got me cramped up for a minute. I still could go ahead and wipe down the dash and stuff with a purple power and then go back over to the armor all, but I just hadn't done that yet either. I thought I'd take a day while the weather's so bad and just try to rest up. I just feel tired all the time now. I don't ever talk much about my sickness. I hate talking about it, thinking about it, but I gotta go on May the 12th and get some scans and see what if chemo done any good or not. I felt like it did help there at first, but feeling like now it's just back just like I was before I ever took it. Well, probably actually a little worse. But if anybody's just popping in on this video and hadn't seen my others, this is the 66 Mustang. Just trying to bring back to life. I got cancer, and this is the only thing here that's keeping me motivated to keep fighting is this car. Which is, you know, it's not the desirable one because it's only got the 6-cylinder in it, but this is all I could afford. Cancer sickness wiped me out of my money and everything that I worked my whole life for. It's pretty well gone. And still owe money and still not well. I mean, where else could you pay everything that you earned over your whole life, give that to the doctors and hospitals, and still not be well? I mean, where else could you do that? It's crazy. Lose everything you got and still lose your life. But I ain't here to talk about that. I just want to try to stay cheerful and just think about working on cars. My neighbor come and got his 4-wheeler this morning. He was tickled pink about how well it was running. I'm glad I could help him out. Still raining just a little bit outside. I'm gonna step out for a minute and talk for a second out here. Give you an idea kind of what all I've lost. But in some of my earlier videos, I was, you know, it shows me building the homestead. I was talking about the homestead. Well, that was it right up there. It's 4.5 acres that I owned for a long time, and I got this sickness and wasn't able to work. And I had to go about 8 months without any income, so I was forced to sell it just so I could get by. Which I did sell it to an acquaintance that I know, and they're gonna give me a chance to buy it back. But man, I just can't get a loan. That's the problem. I can make the payment if I could ever get a loan on the place, but don't nobody want to loan money because I didn't get the house totally finished. So they consider it, you know, as, I don't know what terminology they use, but they just pretty much say they can't loan money on it because it's got an unfinished dwelling on it or something like that. So somebody just about have to pay cash for it. I asked my buddy that owns it now if he could do owner financing, but he just said he wasn't in a position to do that right now. But that right there hurts me more than anything, losing that property. And you can't tell it now, but I put my whole life, or at least the last 15 years of my life, you know, into trying to clean it up, make it look like something, and I just got to where I could build that house. And then this cancer hit, and boom, it's all gone. If anybody's got any ideas how I could get a loan on the property, let me know. I mean, that would make me happier than anything, being able to get that back. And I did own it free and clear. You know, I said I worked my whole life to get it. You know, probably 30-something years worth of work to get it, and about 3 months worth of sickness to take it away from me. sad. It's just sad how all that works out. But maybe tomorrow the weather will be a little better to get to where I can pull the car out. And main thing is getting these lights back up. I've got the little hooks hung up where I'm gonna put them at. I'm gonna take down the 2 8-footers and just put up those 2 LEDs. And I may put them 8-footers somewhere else later on. I just don't really like that fluorescent light. I'd like to get a few more of those LEDs and put them around the edges too. This old metal thing here you see in the floor, right there, that was their anchor point for the frame machine. So my dad done frame repair in here all of his life. So what he done for a living, framing body. I done some of the body work, but he pretty much did all the frame repair. And that was the anchor points for pulling frames. And you know, there at the end, he was pulling some of the big dually trucks. And it was such a hard pull, it was cracking the concrete up. There at the end, when he retired, it was already cracked up so bad he couldn't really pull any big heavy frames. We was just down pretty much doing unibody stuff. You can see how cracked up the floor is. I inquired about just having another 4 inches poured on top of this because it's got a little knee wall right there that comes up that the wall sits on that would accommodate another 4 inches. The quote, this is about a 28 by 30 or 30 by 30, somewhere like it. And they quoted me $4,000, you know, to pour it and finish it out smooth. Which that's actually a little bit cheaper than the going rate around here. Most everybody else was like $4,500 to $4,800. That guy come in at $4,000, but that's money I can't spend right now. Or, hey, I won't never be able to spend it, I don't guess. I'll never have it, but I can get by on the floor like it is. It's usable. And I'm just glad that the car is coming along as good as it is. So that's what keeps me motivated to get out here and get up in the mornings. And I know it's out here. And I mean, just a little bit more work. I will start trying to use it as a daily driver. Not that I go anywhere much, but where I do go, I'll be driving it, and I'll take you as with me. Y'all can be my hangout buddy. But I guess I'll go ahead and end this video off, and plan on getting back out here tomorrow. And if nothing else, I'll put you in the car with me, and we'll go over the inside and clean it up, give you a little something to watch, and me something to do if the weather hadn't cleared off enough where I can pull it outside and work on this lights. You know, if I can get a couple hours to pull it out, we'll pull it out there, and I'll show you me hanging these lights up. Chit-chat a little bit and keep me company. Can't never have enough company. That's one thing I'm short on right now is company. You know, it's like I never see nobody. Since I've been sick, you know, life just passes you by so quick. You kind of get forgot about because you're not there anymore. But y'all have a good night, and come back tomorrow, and I should have you another video tomorrow evening. Appreciate you watching. Appreciate everybody that subscribed, and thanks for the comments.